Hey everybody, welcome to Afterlife Topics and Metaphysics. This is your host, Cyrus, and firstly, this is an informal video. I want to get some things off my chest, talk about a few issues concerning the spirit communication work that I've been doing lately with these things. Kind of a retrospective analysis of the last couple of months since this began. And normally, for one thing, I turn my thermostat off because when the AC comes on, it just starts blasting noise into my room, but it's so hot today here in Tucson. The monsoon humidity is combined with 115 degree weather, so we could get noise coming in. And usually I shower and fix myself up, or dress in something better, sometimes in a t-shirt, whatever the case may be, before I do a video. But not this time, just informal. I want to talk to you guys. So mainly I want to talk about this situation, because I know that this is a change in my content to an extent, and it's a misconception to think that this is an issue concerning copper dowsing rods. Like, ooh, Cyrus is using these dowsing rods. There was one skeptic critic was like, dowsing rods are disproven, Cyrus has lost his mind. And it's not, I shouldn't be giving too much energy to the naysayers, I suppose, because that's not a way for progress to happen, and just causes friction and stress and lack of productivity. But I want to point out how that's a misconception. It's not about dowsing rods, because I'm also able to do this using pendulum, right? What I do is I can put the pendulum down here by my keyboard, and then I can see what letters it reacts to, and I can spell things out that way, right? So I can move it from one spot to the next, but it's not efficient compared to using the rods. But also there's been this mental component as well that I've been learning, where I'm getting mental impressions, which apparently my communicator is teaching me to do that. So it's what it is. It's not a dowsing communication. It's me, Cyrus, the host of this channel, discovering that I have this spirit communication thing going on. Which doesn't surprise me, because mediums always told me that I had that ability, but I never put it to use. Now, unfortunately, this means that it instantly created division in the channel with people, and you've seen my past videos dealing with, quote, skeptics. And the issue is that, the bigger issue is that what's going on is that there's a division, because it's one thing to talk about personal experiences, talk about metaphysical concepts and philosophical concepts. That is like a catch-all. Anyone can almost listen to that or accept it. It's very different when you begin demonstrating something that is tangibly happening, right? Or tangible information, in the sense that anyone can talk about philosophy. Anyone can talk about what does it mean, what would an afterlife be like? Because it's intangible. It's something that anybody can interpret their own way almost. It's different when you're saying X, Y, Z is really happening, and I'm having an autonomous communication who sends me objective information. For example, asking about a book recommendation, she spelled out Johannes and the name of this book. I can't even say it because it's naughty and YouTube could censor me. But she spelled out, this part of it and the name Johannes. And I never heard of this book, and I never heard of Hermetic League Publishing, but this is info that came in through this method. So how, I can keep kind of clinging to this idea, or my own skeptical thoughts, and I've been wrestling with this, guys, for 2 months. What's going on with this? Is this real? Is this a subconscious manifestation? Is this something else? What the hell is going on? It's my attempt to be objective and to deal with this. But how long can I cling to those alternative explanations when I get book recommendations, I get recipes, I get info that there's just no way on earth I could ever possibly know in my subconscious mind? And the people who absolutely want to cling to the idea there's no spirits, there's no afterlife, well, number one, I'm surprised people of that nature are still on this channel after so long. I think with all the education, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise when something actually begins operating on the spectrum of what I talk about, going from theory into practice. But this causes the division. So people have unfortunately left the community People have stopped talking to me because they refuse to believe that this type of thing is possible. They have never crossed that, sometimes we call it boggle threshold. Because again, anyone can talk about intangible ideas in philosophy, but it's something else entirely when we go into literal things happening. And then when we toss into the bunch the UFO and ET stuff, so I've always been super interested in mysteries, and the fact that I'm getting tangible answers, I want to use that to uncover mysteries. What happened to JFK? What was this UFO incident? What were these ETs like? What is this other species, and who are they? And I can't prove those that information is real, because it's not the objective, tangible information that I can definitively say is happening outside of me. So that's an entertainment factor, but it's also for my own, entertainment, but curiosity, excitement, because I'm just really curious. This communication is so strong, and she has access to these computer systems, and she can pull up that info. Then I want to find out, what was the Tic Tac UFO? What was the Kecksburg UFO incident? What were these other races? Like, that's what is exciting to me. And the channel is a reflection of things that excite me. But then I deal with, unfortunately, there's people, number one, not willing to believe that ET stuff is real. They don't even believe that UFOs are real. Then by proxy, what I'm doing with these has to not be real. And then therefore Cyrus is faking all of it. And then because he's faking all of it, I'm so disappointed that Cyrus is now faking communications and trying to dupe everybody. And then I get emails full of curse words, or I get people telling me I'm unsubscribing from your channel, or I'm leaving your Facebook group, and all this because you've stooped so low now to be faking a spirit communication. And I mean, that division that I'm seeing is just like, I realize what it is just this kind of inevitability that, I'm not always going to be in the same course level, right? So first of all, I'm not into Afterlife 101. I think we began this work in my books at 102. And nowadays, I think we're going into 202. And the way forward is applying theory to actual practice, actual communications, and attempts at communication. And while some people are leaving the channel or unsubscribing, there's more people coming in. And there's people that I'm talking to buying their own rods, buying their own pendulums. And for some people, it's not working. And I've noticed about, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 people, they're not getting results. And then like 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 6 people are having the same results I'm having, actually getting some confirmations of the same things I'm getting, and getting objective information. One woman bought a pair of these and was getting like critical health information saying you have to go to a doctor because XYZ is happening to your body, which she's doing now. So that's how accurate this can be when you're connecting to a spirit guide, which is what you should be doing. You shouldn't be using these to connect to random ghost in your attic. This should be a tool of communication with a spirit guide who's attuned to your thoughts. And I'm getting the impression that maybe not everyone has a spirit guide situation like that, so not everyone is going to be able to pick these up and get the same results, but there are a lot of people who are doing it now. And I think this is extremely important, because in order to move forward with this communication and the information I'm receiving, I have to be able to corroborate it. And that's my air conditioner going on, so prepare to get blasted by noise. But the point is I have to be able to corroborate the information to some extent, because some of the information that I'm getting now, because we're doing the fun stuff. Ooh, what's this UFO? And what's this mystery? Or can you name a recipe, Larina? Or can you tell me about this or that? But what's not on the video are the communications that are happening privately, right? And the information that I'm getting, which is both profound, slightly alarming, maybe more than slightly alarming, and I think of a critical nature to humanity. And I can't tell you what it is, because frankly, I don't think people are ready to hear some of the information that I'm getting as I keep asking, as I keep delving deeper and deeper as an inquiring mind about subjects that I want to know about and things that are happening in the world right now. Because it's too much, and it would also be the wrong impression that, is Cyrus trying to create these prophecies, or is Cyrus want followers? And I don't want to create that impression, because that's not what I want. So I can't share some of the stuff that I've been getting. And I figure the only thing I can do is I need more people using these and other means of communication to corroborate areas of information. So if I go public about some of the stuff that I'm being told that I think is of critical importance to humanity, the galaxy, that I can't just be coming out like, ooh, there's this crazy guy with copper dowsing rods. It has to be done in a special way. So I want those of you watching this, if you have a communication going that's as strong as this one is with me, I want you to contact me so we can do some collaboration and we can try to verify some information, because the last thing I want is to find out in some way this communication is tainted, corrupted, influenced by something else, and the information is not completely accurate. That's the last thing that I want to do. So in the meantime, it's going to be, ooh, what was that UFO mystery? Ooh, can you recommend a book or tell me a recipe? Whatever the case may be. And then I'm going to talk probably about some of the more interesting things that maybe I can talk about, some of the negative ET races, or some of the cosmic political things that she is sharing with me. But there's a couple subjects in particular that I just have to be cautious about how I reveal it, when I reveal it, and what we're going to do about it. Because these are things that I think are of critical importance to everybody in this community, everybody who is whose minds are expanded enough to take these topics seriously. So finally, again, I don't want to put too much energy on the division. So the people who are walking away and saying that it's impossible to talk to spirits, probably it's best that you do walk away. Some people hate it so much that they want to send me angry emails or dislike all the videos. And I don't know if this is something that's just a hang-up that they personally have. There's a lot of people defaulting to, he's moving the rods around, that's how he gets the communication, he's duping all of us. I made a video demonstrating that. I can demonstrate now that I can keep my hands very, very steady. So sometimes, just like with a Ouija board, just like with automatic writing, she's working through my subconscious and causing my hands to twitch to move the rods. That's not the evidence comes with the objective information, right? Getting books, getting info, but still all of that is still anecdotal, because it's me. You have to rely on me telling you the truth, and that is a big part of the division. Because if you just don't believe me, then there's nothing I can do, and probably it's not the channel for you. But you know that I've been in this work for years, and I try to stay as objective as possible, and that's about it. I mean, unless you can physically meet me and we can do a demonstration, or I can use the communication to identify numbers you have hidden behind your back, put 4 behind your back and the rods come up 4, as these things have been doing with friends and things like that. Unless we can meet personally and I can demonstrate what's going on, then I guess if you just consider me a guy on the internet, then that there's nothing I can do to prove to you that this is real, because that's how so many topics in this area are. But that's also just life. I mean, unless you can do the experiments yourself, or meet, or take some kind of physical action, then it's all right if this is not something that you believe is possible and you don't want to subscribe to this channel. Go down and unsubscribe from the channel right now. But I much prefer that than like negative energy lingering around, or before you leave a mean comment or send a mean email. Like, it takes so much energy and work to do this type of thing. Sometimes if I'm doing a whole if my communicator is writing a whole paragraph for somebody that I'm helping for free, that I'm volunteering my time to do it, and I'm there for an hour transcribing A, B, C, D. And I'm doing this kind of stuff all day because I'm really passionate about what this communication is and what it means. It doesn't help if I get, the nasty comments and nasty emails, because then I'm like, what am I doing all this work for? If humankind, thinks this way, or they want to be small-minded, or whatever the case may be. So it would be better if you just unsubscribe from the channel and, we go our separate ways. Because no one has you at gunpoint saying, oh, you have to believe, this is me using a dowsing rod as a gun, you have to believe that ETs are real, spirit communication is real, that Cyrus is telling the truth. No one is holding you at gunpoint. There is that law of free will. So let me know, just for fun, let's go ahead and I want to demonstrate again, because this was brought up again in comments. Skeptics are going to attack you because your hand can be seen moving, but we also know these can move if my hand is not moving. So let's just demonstrate that for a moment. So I'm going to move my hand as close as I can without hitting my monitor, and let's see if we can get these things to move. Okay, I'm trying to keep the angle straight. Let's see. So we know this side is yes, this side is no. I can try to keep my hands as still as possible. Is my name Cyrus? Okay. And I felt a twitch in this hand, I tried to control it, but there was like this twitch. So let's try it again. Is my name Bob? Okay. Is my name Cyrus? So let me back away a little bit so you can see maybe more easily how far they're moving. Is my name Bob? Is my name Cyrus? Okay, look, we're trying to see, let's go super close and look for movement. Is this my subconscious mind? Let me just ask, is this my subconscious mind? Okay, so it moved back out. So, it moved this far, So again, that so far is 100% responses. Let's try this. Okay, is my name Cyrus? So that was an off one. See, it just went to the no. It went to the no position. That's incorrect, and it doesn't always get it right, but it does like 95% of the time. Is my name Cyrus? Okay. Is my name Bob? Is my name Cyrus? Okay. Is the sky red? No. Is the sky yellow? Is the sky purple? Well, sometimes during sunsets out here, I suppose. Is the sky hot pink? Is the sky burgundy brown? Is the sky blue? Pretty good, right? Now, for the next part of this test, Lorena, are you listening? Try to keep my hands steadier. I think maybe they moved. Maybe she's working through my hands again. Lorena, can you not work through my hands and try to just move the rods? Lorena, are you there? Okay. Are you my subconscious mind? Okay. Lorena, can you not work through the rods? So I want you to hold off for a second, get a cup of tea. Okay, starting now. So upon that request, now theoretically she's not going to do anything. She's not going to work through this. And let's see how the same questions work. Is the sky red? Yes. Is the sky Green? No. Is my name Bob? Yes. Is my name Richard? Goes both ways, doesn't know what it's doing. Is my name Samantha? Yes, no. Doesn't know what it's doing. What else can I think of? Are these rods made of silver? Doesn't know what it's doing. Am I communicating with my subconscious mind? Yes, maybe I am. Maybe if there's no Lorena present, that something else takes over or my subconscious mind takes over. I don't know. Let me ask again. Am I communicating with my subconscious mind? Now it says no, completely inconsistent. Unfortunately, so for a majority of people who pick these up, this is what happens. This is the extent of the communication, because there's no higher level synchronized guide present to work through them. And so you get all this inconsistent stuff. This is why it's so radically different when you have a spirit guide who is working with you. And if you buy these and this is the result you're getting, like let's keep going. Is my name Cyrus? Listen, no. If you buy these and this is the result you're getting, then all that's coming through the rods is just energy. It's like untamed energy, right? So there's no there's no direct communication happening at all, and you just get random stuff until maybe you pick up some kind of entity that wants to come through, but then it's going to be very sporadic. So I think you guys understand the point. So I could do this all day. If I've disconnected from her, then all day long I'm not going to get anything. Let me just stretch it out further. So again, talking to my subconscious or the non-person on the other end of the line. Can you spell out a word? No. Okay, A to H, I to P, so that's a yes. I, J, K, okay. A to H, let's say vowel, not a vowel. A to H, I to P, Q to Z. Now that doesn't even say yes to the alphabet. A to H. Now it kind of says yes. A, yes. A to H. I to P. Q to Z. Doesn't know what it's doing. Q to Z. A to H. Okay. A, B, C, D, K, D. This is obviously not a word. You see what I'm getting at? There's no one home. There's no one there. It's empty. The line is empty. It's a dial tone. Now, Lorena, can you return to my communication? Okay. Lorena, is my name Cyrus? Pretty weak. Oh, it's moving. Lorena, is my name Bob? Is my name Richard? Is my name Marilyn? Is my name Cyrus? Can you not move my hands but move the rods? Let's try this again. Can you move both rods to the left? Can you move both rods to the right? Can you spell something out? Okay. A to H. Okay, A. B. Okay, it's the next word of vowel. B. I don't know what B is. Okay, A to H. I to P. I. J. K. L. Vowel. A. A. E. E. Okay. Is the next word a consonant? A to H. I to P. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. So I think you got the wrong alphabet section. Is it Q to Z? Okay. Q. R. S. So we have B, L, E, S. Is the next letter also S? Are you saying blessings? Okay. Is that the word you wanted to spell? So I know this is taking a while, but the point is that do we see what just happened there? If I ask for the communication to end and I ask her not to be on the other line, would I have been able to just spell a word out? You know, like how do I know what these things are going to say? I don't, you know, if I pick them up, they'll give you an example. Like recently, I wake up, I ask for news because I want to know if there's anything that she can foresee happening that day, anything I need to be careful of or be aware of. She usually says no, and then she said, I have news. I'm like, what? She's like, I think I smell something burning. And I think it was just my roommate was cooking, and he always burns everything. But it's like, through how it's spelled out, I smell something burning. So what am I? So I want to ask you, and you know, for dealing with this division, and dealing with the people who really enjoy the work and the people who really don't like this work, let me just ask you, what would you do? What would you do in this situation where you discover this, where you're communicating like this is happening to you? What do you do? Okay? For me, I put all the work out there because I'm a researcher and I'm an author and I run these communities, and Lord knows book number 3 is going to have a lot of information coming in through these things. But what would you do in a situation like this? Would you keep it secret? Would you not believe it yourself and you just never pick these things up again? Or would you consider that this is a thing that's really happening? So finally, you know, I can't guarantee if you buy these things you're going to get these results, but a lot of people do, and it's worth a shot. And if you don't have the results right away, you might be able to develop a connection with a guide, hopefully, who can attune themselves to your thoughts, and then you'll end up in a situation like this. And if you do have a communication like this, then I'll ask you to please get in touch with me so we can corroborate information to verify, especially some of these really important cosmic, galactic types of things that I'm not ready to go completely public about yet. We can corroborate some of that. So I guess that's it. So this has been a long-winded, kind of long-form podcast of me just sharing my thoughts. So this wasn't the formal type of thing I usually do. So I apologize if you didn't like this video, but I wanted to get some of this off my chest. I wanted to do a demonstration again to address both to you and also to myself what's going on, and know that I'm just trying to deal with all this. You know, I am trying to wrap my mind around this. I'm always going to say with all these communications, take it with a grain of salt. Don't turn me into channeling Eric. I'm not going to be like, give me $1,000 and then I'll tell you some claptrap you want to hear using my dowsing rods, because that's not how I operate. But and I will always say, take it with a grain of salt, but also do your own research and try to develop a spirit communication relationship yourself and verify for yourself some of the information. Already there's one person in the comments that they were verifying the Tic Tac UFO ET info through their own dowsing rod communication. That's pretty cool, and that is the way forward. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go. Probably have a million things I have to do today, so I should go get started on one of those million things. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to keep supporting this work, or unsubscribe if you don't like it now. But I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. It's my duty to keep going with this.